Trent, I'm just wondering, Trent, what do you think of Kipper giving you a boost off the bench tonight?
It was great for us, Kipper's been one of those guys, he's been, putting a lot of work, just coming in every day, grinding, just being better, obviously makes a lot of mistakes. I don't know why I'm a senior guy, but, he deserved it tonight. He played really big for us, and I really appreciate how hard he played tonight, and he's going to continue to get better for us.
Kofi, is a tough shooting performance in the first half for you, but it seems like you figured it out in the second half. Is there anything you saw differently or did differently to do that?
I just love my guys, I went to the locker room and kind of had my head down, and they came to pick me up, motivated me, told me what to do, told me to slow down, and they're always there for me, and I appreciate them. I came out, did what they told me, and things got better.
Kipper worked for you tonight. Spoke to confidence in that.
These guys, they found me for a couple buckets. So.
Kofi, you and Georgie, really finished the game strong. What do you feel like maybe you two were doing well, in the last 5 or 7 minutes just to play like that?
What me and Georgie have is really special. I'm talking about off the basketball court. We have a really great relationship, and he's always there for me. He tries to pick me up and lead me on the right path. And I feel like in the game, he always looks out for me. So that's that kind of connection where he gets the ball, and I know he's going to try and pass it to me. So I have to get really good at post-ups so he doesn't get a turnover. And I think it just works hand in hand. Me looking out for him looking out for me.
Trent, in the first half, you guys were struggling offensively, but that final stretch of the game, you guys were clicking a lot with the pinch post action and stuff. What was just the difference between those two stretches for you guys?
I didn't think we were struggling. I just think the ball wasn't going in. We ran a really great offense. Obviously, we did great on the defensive end tonight, but I don't think it was a struggling part. We got the ball to where we wanted. We got it down there to Kofi. Kip and Georgie right in front of the rim. The ball was just going in. So we did better the second half. We flowed smoother, and we did a great job.
Because Trent, what's the key for you guys when that ball's not going in to keep it going and not letting that get to you guys?
Defense. We had 13, so 8 kills tonight. That's where it starts. We've been, pressing that a lot. Practice defense. And when the ball isn't going in, we just continue to run the same offense. Keep going, keep the ball down there in the paint. These guys, and just continue to execute.
Trent, you looked like you struggled with turnovers in the first half as a team. You were in that stretch for 15 minutes in the second half. You guys didn't have a turnover. What was the difference there? What do you think you guys were doing a little bit smoother, taking care of the basketball?
We had to find that balance in transition. I think that's why most of our turnovers were. We didn't have the pace, but we did a better job with that second half. Took care of the ball. Coach said we went 15 minutes without a turnover, so that's incredible for us. But we're going to continue to grow at that, and just continue to take care of the ball and execute the ball.
Kofi, this is your first post-game press conference. What do you think?
It's incredible. I've never seen anything like this before, and a lot of y'all.
I think it's a compliment. The first half, just trying to keep the momentum that you guys were just looking to find. Just what was just the message in halftime when you guys were in the locker room tired and you're just struggling shooting the ball? Yeah, or just anyone.
Coach walked in and immediately said, "Great defense." We had 4 kills at the half. That's what we wanted. Obviously, we had a low score in the first half because the ball wasn't going in. But like I said, our goal right now is just continue to get kills, as many kills as we can in a half, and just try to run great offense when the ball isn't going in. Just try to get it down to these guys. Like I said, we're going to continue to do that, get better with that. The ball doesn't get it in, get to the basket, foul line. So defense, was a big key of this game tonight.
Trent, what goes into your mindset when your defensive assignment is shooting 60, 70% like you had been the last 2 or 3 games?
Say that again?
What goes into your mindset when your defensive assignment personally has been shooting as well as he has been? It seemed like you were able to take Stansbury out of his rhythm pretty early tonight.
I kind of just do what the coach tell me to do. Coach says run him off the line. I try to do that. Contested shots every time. I do that. So I think the biggest thing for me, my 30 years, it starts on the defensive end. I'll try to bring that energy for these guys, and communicating and getting stops. Every time we down on the floor on defense. So that's what it is. Just playing hard every possession.
We've heard you guys talk about kills tonight. Is that something you guys have put an emphasis on more this year? And do you know in the moment when you've got a kill?
So a kill is 3 stops in a row. That's something new this year. But what's not new is us trying to establish our identity on defense. So that has remained consistent.
For any of you guys, I know you're notoriously out to slow starts, but did the 8-day layoff have anything to do with the way you guys came out tonight?
Not at all. We've had 3 great practices in a row. We haven't had one of those in a while. Guys were getting after it. Those 3 days of practice, we've been incredible. We've been running a lot of different offenses, working on our defense and stuff. But like I said to these other guys, the ball just wasn't going in. We ran great offense, and I think a lot of guys were just locked in on defense. Took that to themselves to get kills in that first half when the ball was going in. So we're going to continue to do what we do, just get better.
Kipper, I feel like Coach really kind of shortened his bench tonight, and just mostly in the second half it was you and Allen coming off. Do you feel like in that situation there's a little more responsibility to produce the way you did?
No, we got 15, 16 guys. We have the utmost belief in, all the way down the bench. So everybody, I believe everybody's ready when their name's called. And that's up to the coaches night in and night out, how that plays out.
You have 3 double-doubles in your first 4 games. How did you kind of prepare for this level of basketball? And is this about what you expected out of yourself?
It's definitely what I expected because I'm 7 feet, really big guys. So, it's just from the summer coming in, working with these guys. They push me to be the best basketball player and even I could possibly be. And I thank them, thank my shirt, continue to respect. He's always on my back, getting me better every day, making sure I recover. And when I go out there, I just execute, do what coach tells me to do, what coach asks me.
This is for any of you guys, but I know the season's still pretty early, but where do you feel like you guys are at with just trying to establish chemistry with some of these different lineups that are being thrown out there?
I think we're at a good point. We do the lineups change every day in practice. For the sake of lineups for games. A lot of guys, we all hang out with each other outside of basketball. So that bond we have right now is incredible and it's unbreakable. So when we're in the court, it doesn't matter what lineup we have in because we're so close together. But I think we're fine right now. We're at a good point. We're still trying to, obviously take care of the ball more, be better in transition. But we're good right now. We're at a good point.
All right. Thank you, guys.
What's the saying? There's no such thing as a bad W. It wasn't pretty by any stretch. I thought it was a extremely gritty, tough, defensive-minded basketball game tonight, especially on our side. I was very pleased with the fact that a team that came in shooting 47, 48% from the field, 41% from the 3, and really negated that. We were really active. We were very, very concerned. We knew they were going to take a lot of threes, And Stansbury's a terrific player. Avia's a terrific player. They're terrific shooters. Holding them 3 of 22. They were contested. We wanted them to take hard twos, and I thought we did that. And unfortunately, we looked like a team that had been off for a week on the offensive end, and didn't really find a rhythm. And I think one of the biggest discrepancies or biggest differences maybe in the two halves, can't turn the ball over like we did in the first half. Then I think we go 15 minutes in the second half without one. And you see how good our defense was, and you see a little bit of improvement on the offensive end, and a little IQ, and a little bit of execution on the offensive end. And we got Kofi touches with a little movement. We got Georgie some opportunities. We got Kipper some opportunities. We got some ball screen actions. Got guys going downhill into the rim. So everything started to flow a little bit, basically because we didn't turn it over. So, our defensive numbers, I think, have been skewed a good amount because of our turnovers. And tonight we put that together, and I'm very, very proud of our guys on the defensive end of the floor.
Questions?
Excuse me.
Brad, what is it?
Institutions, and Allen came in and gave us a huge lift. Kipper, we got some opportunities. We know Kipper can score the basketball, and he's an excellent passer. His productivity tonight was vital, and we need that consistently from him. And I think we'll get that. He's had a good, really, really good week of practice.
What made you decide to emphasize this idea of the kill? All the guys were kind of talking about that right away when they came in here.
Well, I think it's more a basketball terminology. It's something we talk about in practice. We talk about getting 3 stops in a row. And, a lot of momentum swings in a basketball game usually start when you can get 3 stops in a row or score with 3 times in a row. So we try to put those back to back if we can. But it's just been a way for us to identify a presence and develop a little bit of a personality on that end of the court. He's elite at handling screens. He very seldom ever gets screened, and that's a tremendous skill. That's very hard to do, and he's always dialed in. He never takes a second off. It's very rare when he does that, and for a team that runs a ton of actions and they run a lot of reverse actions, a lot of floppy actions off the baseline to get Stansbury shots, and he was right there every step of the way, and made his looks very tough tonight, and that's what it takes to really hold down a great defender, or a great offensive player, excuse me.
Brad, was there something about the timing of putting a name to this concept of a kill before the season? It doesn't sound like Kipper said you had a name for it, I guess, before now. Is there something?
No, I think, we've been so aggressive in turning people over. It wasn't, a big priority, I guess. Now it has become that. And that's one of the things that we're trying to establish on the defensive side is that mentality. And, we know offense wins games, defense wins championships. And that's just a little phrase that we can use to keep reminding our guys. And we talk about it in timeouts all the time.
Brad, how much has Trent improved defensively since you got here? How much has he bought into that end of the floor a little bit more than when you first took that job?
Well, the fact he couldn't guard you when he got here is probably a pretty good indication. Trent had a reputation, and still does, as being an elite scorer. And, he's very gifted, but what gets lost is Trent's basketball IQ and his feel. Now he's he's been in our system. He knows, he understands the actions that are coming at him. He is unbelievable in a scouting report. Maybe as good as anybody we have at knowing not just what he's supposed to do, but what everybody's supposed to do. And we quiz our guys in scouting reports, and Trent's never wrong. And he's got that knack to see it before it happens, and that's allowed him to become elite defensively. He's got stronger, and now he's figured out how to use his speed to help.
Yeah. What was different for Kofi in the second half, and just as a freshman, just a few games into his career, to kind of have the persistence to keep going? What do you credit that to?
Yeah, I thought we necessarily didn't help him in the first half. We got him looks, but they were quick. They were we hadn't made the defense move, and there was I think the one thing for Kofi, the game is still a little fast for him. You see him kind of rush things every now and then, and he's got to realize that he's quite big and he's large, and just slow down and grab the ball, and he can move people. But the second half, to his credit, we ran better offense. We got him a little deeper in the post. He made a couple of nice moves with the bounce, and it was a combination of his patience, his confidence, and then us running much better offense.
It's for Kofi and Georgie to kind of be the closers tonight. Was that a good thing to see where that duo was working, maybe as you've envisioned?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, let's not forget, that Georgie's a good player. Georgie's a guy that we've given him the green light to shoot that three. He shot 1 million of them this summer. He's shooting a very, very high clip right now, and but most importantly, he's using that shot fake to make great passes. And it was what they gave us, and we had him in foul trouble. We were running really good offense late, and putting a lot of pressure on the front of the rim with those guys.
I know it can be a misleading stat, Brad, but when Allen is plus 19 in 15 minutes, what is that a testament to what he can give you off your bench?
Yeah, everything that's not on that stat sheet, and that's what Allen brings. And his length defensively, his energy, his ability to offensive rebound creates extra possessions. And I don't get too overwhelmed by one game. I pay attention to it. I have a tendency to look at them in 4 or 5 game bundles. Allen had a really good week of practice, and we need him on the offensive glass, and we need him at the offensive end as well.
Brad, only a few turnovers there, I think 6 in the second half. Was there something different that you guys were doing in the second half that hasn't been there? I mean, would you guys call it?
Wish I knew what it was. I mean, we had 29 assists and 12 turnovers in all of practice yesterday. I know we're capable of it. I think, again, we've played just a little bit sped up. We've played too fast and tried to do too much too early instead of letting things happen. I mean, you have a 40-point second half, and we move the ball, share the ball, and our assist totals go up, and that's a lot of fun. And trying to hit home runs every time, so to speak, after 1 or 2 passes is not what this game's. It's not how this game's meant to be played.
Coach, can you comment there?
Coach, they won the points in the paint battle. I know you liked your night defensively, but was there anything issues that gave up some easy ones there?
No, because this is a team that was electric from the 3, and we wanted them to shoot 2s. We didn't feel like they could make enough 2s to beat us. We wanted them to have to shoot with a contested hand. We had a couple rotational things, Derek, where we didn't come over and challenge. We're this game. There's a team to shoot 25 plus threes and shoot 41%. You're not going to let them do what they do best. And I thought we limited their 2 best players tonight to really hard looks.
You mentioned the rotating on that in that last response. Can you talk about your on-ball defense and the rotating that you saw tonight?
Yeah, I thought we were better than we were against Arizona on the ball, and Bugs is a tremendous point guard. He's got a great assist turnover ratio. He's a guy that facilitates so much for them. And, I thought we did a good job of keeping him in front, staying down with him. He's really effective getting in the paint and starts pivoting, and all of a sudden you lose sight of your man and he's spraying it for threes. I thought that was better. And then, early I thought Kofi did a really good job of coming over and challenging shots and blocking shots. Georgie got a couple. That helps us. But, it's still something we're continuing to work on.
Brad, Kofi's averaging about 14 points, 11 rebounds so far. In 4 games, how would you just evaluate his start to his career?
It's pretty good for a freshman. Pretty good.
You talk about what Zach Ruth has provided tonight for his little fill-in duty.
I'll say this about Zach. Zach gave us fits all week in practice. And the one thing he does is, he's on the scout team, and he was number 14 for them all week. And he gave us a pretty good example of what it was going to be like to guard him. Zach's very smart, high IQ, moves around, you lose sight of it, and you turn back around, he's not there. And then he's had great energy on the offensive glass. I'm not afraid at all to put Zach in.
To get Georgie just a couple touches on the block early, does that make a difference in just his comfort level and maybe his confidence just to do a little of what he did last year as well?
Yeah, and that's been one of the things we've worked really hard on, Scott, here in the last week is making sure we get him opportunities and create that, those looks. And I thought he rushed a couple, but yeah, we've got to get him the ball on the block because we all know he's going to make 60% of those. Thank you. See you Wednesday.
Tomorrow.
4:45 at Ovens.